What's up, guys? Alright, so for context, recently a couple of suits went up for sale that people called overpriced, and I've been seeing a lot of talk about overpriced fursuits in the fandom lately, so I wanted to kind of give my opinion on overpriced fursuits. For some background, I am a fursuit maker, so obviously this affects me personally when people call fursuits too expensive. So I did want to talk about it. When I first joined the fandom about 7.5 years ago, usually popular makers charged about $2,000 for their full suits, which I think's a pretty good price. Nowadays, people charge up more towards $3,000 to $5,000 for the big name makers. And some people don't like that. Some people think that's too expensive, especially the ones that go over $5,000. And my personal opinion on that is people can charge whatever they want. Fursuits are luxury items. You don't need to have a fursuit. You don't need to have one to be a furry. They're a luxury item. They're one-of-a-kind works of art. And people can charge however much they want to for it. And here's the thing. Is people like Autumn Fallings, who charges $5K and up for each suit, people are still buying those suits. People are still paying that much for those suits. I don't think a price should be lowered if people are paying that price. I think that's pretty ridiculous. One time I had someone come to me and say, hey, I want insert fursuit part here, and I said, alright, this is how much it'll cost. And they responded with, well, this other fursuit maker said they would only charge this much to make that part. And I said, okay, go commission them. It's not my problem. Because for everyone who can't afford it, I have plenty of people who can. So if people are buying, then I don't think that the price is too expensive. As long as people are buying, no, it's not too expensive, obviously. Just because you can't personally afford something doesn't mean that the artist should lower their prices, especially with most artists undercharging themselves already. So if you don't like how much a certain fursuit maker charges for a fursuit, go commission someone else. If you don't like that Autumn Fallings charges over $5,000, there's plenty of other makers for you to choose from. There's really good quality makers who are not well known yet, and so they're charging way under what they should. So go give them some love. Go find a lesser known maker and support them. Support them on their journey to becoming a big name maker. There's just really no point in being upset about fursuit prices. And I guess I should talk about used fursuits, because that's what the main argument has been about lately, is people are selling used suits for what people deem too expensive. So right now there are a couple Autumn Falling suits up for sale, and they are used, and they're going for, you know, a lot of money. And people are very upset by that because both of them are going for more than 5K, and people are mad because that's too expensive because they're used. But I'd like to point out that not only are you paying for the suit itself, which is very expensive, but when you're buying a used suit, you also have to look into what comes with that suit. So I know one of the suits that's being sold comes with the character rights, and that particular character has so much artwork, I'm sure. I have no idea how much artwork they have, but I'm sure it's absolutely tons. They said it's several $1,000s worth of artwork just on its own. So that adds more to the value, and yes, just like cars, fursuits drastically depreciate in value over time, but you're also paying for potentially the character rights, any extras, like some people get custom plushies, they get kigus, they get anything like that, badges, stuff like that. But ultimately, I just wanted to say that I don't think there is an overpriced fursuit. I think any suit maker can charge whatever they want for their suits because it's a one-of-a-kind piece of art. Every single suit is completely unique, and they have so much love put into them. Because you gotta keep in mind, with fursuits, people see the price tag and they say that's expensive, and I all the time get people who assume I'm rich because I'm a fursuit maker, even though that is definitely not the case. And I can speak on behalf of all fursuit makers when I say we don't make near the amount that we charge. Because for every single suit, we have to spend hundreds of dollars just for materials per suit. We have to spend hundreds of hours of labor, and in addition to that specific suit, you're paying for years, maybe even decades of experience that suit maker took to get good. There's always the argument of you can make a suit yourself and it'll be cheaper, and that is definitely true. However, you'll find making your own suit that it will not be nearly as good as a professional suit. You are paying for the experience. You're paying for their skills, not just the time spent on that one specific suit. You're paying for years and years of practice and honing their skills. And you gotta keep that in mind. And also, these suit makers are trying to make a living at it. At least most of the big name ones. They are doing this full time. This is their job. So they are using this to pay rent, they're using it to buy food, they're using it to take care of pets, anything like that. They are doing this as a job, so they need to make money doing it. And in addition to all of that, the hundreds of dollars and the hundreds of hours of labor per suit, you also got to keep in mind taxes are awful when you're self-employed. Because you gotta pay a whole 1/3 of your profits towards taxes when you're self-employed. Self-employment tax is an absolute bitch, so you're paying for that too. And like I said, it's a whole 1/3 of your profit, so you won't be taking home nearly as much as you charge. But yeah, I just wanted to, throw in my 2 cents as a fursuit maker myself, and because I am quite passionate about this subject, because I see it come up all the time and it frustrates me to no end. Just please be respectful to artists. They're undercharging themselves so much. Tip your artists. Don't be mean. Don't be rude. Don't say this is too expensive. Just don't even comment that. Just don't even say that on someone's post, because it's annoying. I don't care if you can't afford my stuff. I don't care, because there's plenty of people who can, and you saying that is just wasting my time. But anyway, I just wanted to put in my 2 cents as a fursuit maker and as someone who is very passionate about this subject. So thanks for listening to me ramble, and I will see you guys next time.